All right, Mario fans, welcome back. We're on to the SM64 70-star mixed division. I'm the Mr. War, and joining me today is LaProxy. LaProxy, how we doing?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. I'm excited for some fantastic races.
Me too. Me too.
I feel like production is just taunting me at this point by getting me to commentate the race of the person that knocked me out of the tournament.
Hey, those are the breaks sometimes, you know.
Yeah. So we've got Anorak DT. This is the second round. Anorak DT beat the Mr. War in round 1 to make it through here. And we've also got BillyLJ. BillyLJ, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Looking forward to the race.
Awesome. Anything you're not confident for in your routing? Are you doing anything different from normal?
Nothing different. I mean, once I get past CCM, that's when I sort of really calm down a bit. But until then, it's a bit nervy.
That is.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Very much so. Anorak, how you doing? I mean, I'm not going to hold any grudges against you, but how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Have you got anything exciting planned for this next one?
Not really. I wasn't able to like warm up much because my internet kept going down. I was trying to get that fixed. But if I was able to warm up, I would have tried some Lakitu bounce, which I've been messing with. But I don't know if I'm confident in pulling it out since I didn't warm it up.
It's looking a little rough there on the practice.
Yeah, just saw that. Yeah. It's okay though, because you know these things happen in a race format. So there is a 1.5 minute difference between the PBs of our runners. But as I say every time, PBs do not matter in this tournament. All that matters is who gets to the finish line first. So with that, are you both ready?
I'm ready.
Ready up in a second. Okay, give you a second. Once you've done that, ready up in race time, and we'll get this show underway. Yes, this was intentional, 100%. I'm able of that thought. You lost.
I'm ready.
Commentate the match of the person who beat you. Yeah, thanks. Yep, cool. Ready up in race time, and then reset on 0, and you're good to go.
I am ready. All right, let's go.
Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck to both of you.
Good luck, racers. And we're off.
They are off. Yep, racers, feel free to deafen up and enjoy your runs.
Good luck. The intro was always so nerve-wracking for me as a racer.
Oh, what, the opening stages, or do you mean talking to us?
Just the intro, intro watching Peach read her letter, and then Lakitu fly around, just that, 55 or so seconds after you hit reset. And you're just sitting there, waiting, thinking about Lakitu skip, thinking about not missing it. It's a nice break when you're doing runs sometimes, but before a race, it's just like, I get so antsy. Just let me start.
Yeah, so looking at both these runners are very good considering the level we've got. Obviously, we've seen people racing at the moment that have had 49s, 51s, 53s. And this mixed division is going to be one of those where it's going to be a bit different. You know, you're not going to see some of those really fancy advanced strats we've seen on other ones, but it means that this race will be so much more intense because both of these players are absolutely possible to achieve PBs. They both have it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There are strats that they still haven't optimized that can be optimized. Unfortunately, BillyLJ decides that they want to have a chat with the Lakitu, but you know what?
Yeah. Not too bad.
Oh,
not too bad.
It's having some issues with that bomb clip. Sorry, carry on.
No, yes, I was gonna say it's only 8 seconds, but I mean, missing the bomb clip typically is worse than that because it seems very hard to back up. Most runners I see, once you miss it once, it's kind of like it's hard to get back on the bike. But there you go.
Yeah, that's 2 missed bomb clips there from Anorak and one Lakitu skip from Billy. and that's
You
given
can see
Billy
the difference here. Yeah. It's what is this gonna be like? 7 seconds, so it's pretty much like 2 missed bomb clips. It's almost like 2 missed Lakitu skips.
Pretty much, yeah. Because not only that, you got to get the setup to re-grab the bomb. Billy's gonna get a 13-8, Anorak a 13-6.
I'm thinking more like a 13-3.
Oh wait, no, Billy's gonna get a 14.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Nah,
wrong
just
already.
kidding, 39.
I just want to see everybody get a 12-7. Let's see it, guys. 13-3. Okay, that's see, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Anorak. So before the race, I was going to ask you if you were familiar with the runners, but then, find out you're intimately familiar with one of the runners.
So, yeah, so with Anorak, to give guys a bit of backstory, I've raced Anorak twice, and both because of CCG. The first one was when we were having some technical difficulties with the internet. So CCG raided into my channel because we were about to race. So I still raced Anorak in a 16-star race. Anorak beat me by a Bowser stage. Then we had the 17 match on CCG, the VOD of which is available on the CCG YouTube as well, if anyone wants to go watch that once the stream's over.
True.
I fell down the volcano twice, but I did get a nice dive rollout over the flames in the volcano, so I call that a victory. Billy missing that issue there in Womps 2 and Womps 100.
They still made the cycle. Oh, no, they didn't. They,
No, they didn't.
prepared for the flank to move. So the angle was just off. They jumped and everything. If they just would have angled it more to the right, they would have made it. But
And see how they back up there was to just get onto the platform and wait. Normally you'd see if we were in the other brackets, probably they would have got the Piranha Plant first and they would have long jumped back over. These races will be doing things a bit safer.
it's a hard backup though too.
It
If
is
you
a
fall
hard
down there, because basically that would be half cycle movement, but depending on when you missed, like you have to get back up very quickly in order to be able to kill the Piranha Plant and run all the way around, and then still make it back in time to not lose another cycle. So in a race, it makes sense. In like a PB attempt, you may go for that, and if you don't get it, you just reset. But in a race, it's like pretty munka. Pretty clean 100 from Anorak.
Someone in chat has mentioned something. It's made me really think about it. At least in this tournament, we haven't seen anyone moat. I think that was my biggest fear, because I'd been practicing like the day before, and I'd moted 5 times in the space of half an hour.
Wow. Yeah, that's not good. That's not a. I have never moded in a race, but yeah, it's more like mental, emotional damage than time loss. You don't want to start off on that foot, so that is pretty scary. So just err on the right side if you're going for Lakitu's good.
Interestingly as well, how the tides of this race has changed. Billy has now lost the lead that they had because of the issues on their 100 coins, and also missed a texture setup cannonless, whereas Anorak chose the bit more of the safer setup and managed to secure it from there.
So which star is different? Is Billy going for Owl Full?
I don't know if Billy's going for Owl Full, but all I know is Billy has not done Owless. Maybe doing it next. Who knows? Or maybe just take the Owl.
Yeah, if they're going for the Owl, then they gotta get that Womp the titular Womp from the fortress.
I wouldn't be surprised if Billy does use the owl, especially with an hour and 24 seconds. You know, that's something which I'm guessing has, yeah, it's just one of those things where you look at it and you go, yeah, we're going to go for the owl at this point. When we hit that sub hour, we'll then start making those time saves there.
I know me personally, I didn't even touch Owless. I didn't even try to learn it until for like a long time. I didn't do 70 at the time, I only did 16, but I had a mid 17 before I even like tried it once. I was just like scared of it or something. So I understand the comfortable strats.
I find it interesting. So many people start learning this game with 16 star.
It's just really accessible. You can learn it quickly and then just start ripping runs. 70's a little bit much. It's a lot of game. A lot of time investment for one run, especially if you're a brand new runner.
Yeah, I started on 70 and I think that made my 16 experience more enjoyable when I finally got to it. Alright, a slide is all that separates these two runners.
What's the slide guesses? We got any guesses?
Oh, this is going to be a 39.
Okay, same. So he's going to get the same slide time twice in a row. Let's see. That'd be impressive.
Oh, 37. Oh.
Anorak missed the first 2 coins, but then smooth, steady flying collects the star. So now, yeah, they're staying 1 stage apart. Sorry, go on.
No, interesting to point out, both runners are running on Japanese.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Billy also missed those first 2. I just genuinely do. Based on their splits, Billy is about 30 seconds behind, coming out of One's Fortress from their PB. Anorak is also about 20 seconds. Ooh, spillage.
Are we talking about Delta versus their PB?
I am talking about just their PB. That's how far behind their PB they are based on their
okay.
splits.
Dark World has me clenching like always.
Every single time it has you clenched. Yep.
But it looks like Anorak's good. The Goomba isn't in position for any tragedies. Clean. So you never want to see a death in Dark World. That's extremely damaging. So
I think if you get a death in Dark World, getting the first 2 red coins is not so bad. Oh, crikey. It's when you get a death here in Dark World that is the worst.
Yeah. And I think it's just like demoralizing, a death in Dark World. It doesn't, even though, you know, if you fall off like one of the cork boxes or something, that is not that much time. It is just like it's not fast either. It's not like a Death and Rainbow ride or something. It's
we get a Bowser dance.
Ooh, and a hard throw, really strong throw.
Mario has been eating his spinach today.
We see clean sky jumps. Let's take a look. Notoriously painful star to mess up on, but it's clean from Anorak.
And a horrific backup as well, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've only just started incorporating the backup into my runs myself, and I hate it so much.
The Poverty Island Hop, is that?
Yeah, pretty much, the Poverty Island.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people just...
Go on. Oh no, I insist, after you.
I was just going to say, a lot of people either don't know about that backup or don't attempt it, and they just go back to the hill, but it's just way... Oh, and here
we go.
Here we go. He's going for it. Yeah. So this is much more consistent and faster than just backtracking and going to the hill and trying again.
Yeah, part of me almost feels like if I'm going to keep messing up that and keep doing Poverty Island Hop, I might as well just learn Island Hop.
It's a little bit more difficult to do Island Hop without the wing cap. So they're staying just 1 star apart at all times. Will Billy close the gap?
I reckon so. I don't think that Anorak's going to make any big mistakes here in CCM. Just to let you guys know, it is a CCM 18 route that both of these runners do. So no double plus shenanigans from either of these guys. Yeah, I don't think either of these runners will make any big mistakes in CCM here. But there'll be the few like wrong angles on jumps or whatnot, but nothing that's going to cost a lot of time. Interesting choice here. Choosing to opt for the blue coins, but ignore all of the red coins, the one at the top of the tree. So what that will mean is normally runners will get both of those red coins. By losing it, they lose out on 4 coins, but so they're gaining 6 extra than had they just not done the blue. Which means they can afford to... Anorak can afford to lose 7, I think it is.
And they actually need to miss a lot, otherwise... grabbing that star would be difficult. So it is very, it's safe in some regards to get all those backups, but then, yeah, if you...
Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Bouncing
race?
over the...
Okay.
Oh, I thought they were going to miss one of those coins on the last line.
Again, missing one of the coins in these last line isn't the end of the world, because you can backwards... Yeah, you can jump kick backwards up all the way along that line. It's just an absolute pain, and it loses you so much time. Billy taking a more traditional option here with the red coin at the start.
Some people get the red coin at the start and they get 1 blue coin.
Oh, now that's interesting.
Like...
He missed 1 coin already. Okay,
yeah, so you got to get the backup.
Yeah, so Billy can now only afford to miss 2 coins before getting to that final stretch. Very excited to see how this goes.
Slide always scares me at around the 1 hour PB level. Missed. Yeah. So he could just...
Oh! No!
Whoa,
Look, if you keep jumping, you're not going to save it. It's not going to happen. You've lost the race. At this point, you go down, you go out, you re-enter the race. That's all you can really do at this point.
You can, if you're fast, jump and kick your way back up, but there was too much butt sliding taking place there, so...
Yeah.
Because there is rubber banding, heavy rubber banding from the penguin. It's a real bro, so if you get behind, it slows way down and lets you catch back up, but you know, only to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Penguin took the elevator back up to the top, and we can just do the race again.
Well, in case you weren't aware, a penguin's beak can actually be used as an ice pick. Just climbed up the wall.
Just the wall.
Yeah, just climbed up the wall. See that wall there? Yeah, climbed up it.
So how does that work? Do they use their little
They unhinge their jaw.
arms?
Like having two separate
Seems
legs.
like you. Oh, so they stick their legs in as well. Very impressive.
How else do you think they eat that massive fish? Oh.
I hadn't thought about it, honestly.
Yeah, there we go.
So, we're out of CCM.
An entire BBH behind for Billy.
Yeah. Which is like around 2 minutes or so, depending. So that's not ideal, but basement coming right up.
Yeah, if you have a smooth BBH, it's about 1 minute 40 behind.
Okay, so this is something that Billy needed here. So bad for Anorak, but if Billy's listening to the commentary, See,
it's interesting here. Anorak is choosing to still get the bunny. I've seen a lot of races in this instance where they will just skip their SSL and Lethal Lava Land splits and instead will grab MIPS on their way to DDD.
Yeah, that loses very little time, so that's definitely recommended. But they did get the bunny; they don't have to think about it.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it.
Ooh, yeah, because I have seen in runs people forget that they didn't get MIPS, and then they just they're not ready for the movement. Oh,
it is unfortunate because definitely now
comboed.
Anorak just basically took the full brunt of Bowser's army there. Sand and Fire Guy.
The Bob-omb didn't cooperate from the Sand and Fly Guy. Giving Billy a chance. You hate to see it for Anorak, but for Billy, you love to see it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. When you put it into perspective, there's still 2 stars in SSL to get. Billy will now be making their way to SSL. If there's no issues with the MIPS grab, it's gonna be quite nice for him.
Was a little bit of a slip up on the book star from Billy, but I think it's a net gain.
Oh no! Had an unfortunate bounce going over the sand pits. That is very unfortunate.
That was weird. You don't see that a lot, the little booty bounce after the ground pound. Oh, diving directly through the bunny.
And Billy also opting to go for MIPS.
Whoa!
That is some glitchy MIPS action.
I'm not familiar with that. Is that Peck? Is that a strat or what?
No,
what did we just witness?
Believe that is the game just decided to have a silly moment.
Is that a cartridge tilt? What did we just witness?
I'm not sure. We might need to run
Can
back
we get
the
some
tapes
tassers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some some Mario scientists to
Japanese
diagnose.
only MIPS behavior.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever come at MIPS from that angle in that spot on JP, so I've never seen that before.
Interesting, Anorak now giving up with Pillarless, going for the shell.
Oh, I thought a bonk was coming.
Yeah, you can see here, I'm pretty sure Billy doesn't even attempt Pillarless here. Because if you were to, I don't see why you would grab that star first. Anorak missing one of the pillars. I'm not sure which one it is. There it is.
Okay, they figured it out.
Oh, that angle.
I was scared of that long jump angle. Yeah, the
Yeah.
angle was crazy there.
Not quite
So
sure how I
just
felt about it.
the shell star between them now.
That is correct.
With the
yeah.
slow fall.
I don't know if Billy clipped that second pillar.
Yeah, me neither. That's what I was gonna say. It looked like they were very off center on that pillar, but we'll see here. And breaking the shell as well.
And if they haven't got it,
They
they're
got it.
still connected. Okay, fair enough.
Mario is wide.
Oh, not getting the slow.
So less than a star. Love to see it. 1 star made up in SSL from Billy.
Yeah, at this point, Billy, you're going in the volcano. There's no way you're not.
And
Yeah,
you're climbing it, no lava boost. Yeah, you don't have the health to really do anything in there.
And again, with an hour 24, I'd be surprised to see lava boost. Because again, you can get sub-hour without one.
You never know these days. With how much information's out there, some people just do everything from the beginning. Like me. That's what I do.
Getting bullied by the bully.
Wow. Bowser's army at it again.
Bowser's army
And
really needs a raise. Like
yeah,
for years
have
they've
it
been
out for
putting up with
Anorak.
this.
They get paid?
Well, Bowser's army? Yeah, they get to live if they win.
Oh, if they win. Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
by
big
getting
if.
by getting a raise, it means they might get fed as well. And these guys are, these Bowser's enemies are available on hundreds of speedrunners' electronic devices multiple times. You never see them have a smoke break. You never see them like have anything to eat. You never see their families. These guys are doing it 24/7.
Yeah, and it just makes you wonder about the logistics of like, the infrastructure to get food to LLL. Do they just like bring it through the painting?
And you know, if you want to help support that, you can help support our runners as they experience these stages to see how it is by doing !70 League to help support the Pro League tournament happening afterwards, after the Opens have finished. More details of when that will be happening will be releasing soon.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I know that was a real stretch segue, but I started it and I was like, I have to go with it.
Yeah, they just commit. It worked. Oh! Anorak!
What was Anorak doing?
He bonked on the wall and then fell onto those platforms. Those little platforms.
I'm just seeing it now. Yep.
Yeah, and then he was, struggling for the backup. Did a lot of stuff. It almost worked. That was really close. Just unfortunate.
Yep, BillyLJ.
So that means that Billy is taking the lead, yeah. Just an unfortunate LLL for Anorak. But fortunate for Billy.
In the nicest way, I kind of need Anorak to win.
Just for your ego, or?
Yeah, exactly. It's more to the point that if I'm going to get knocked out in the first round, I'd rather at least the person that knocks me out wins. You know?
I agree. I agree with that. Copium. So you can just say, I lost to the person that won everything. So, you can't blame me, Yeah,
exactly.
Everybody lost. Yeah.
Right, we're getting into Dire Docks now. Some of the most calming Mario music in this game.
Looks like Anorak going for reds last. The
Both
opposite
runners
of
did
most
red drop.
runners. I find that so weird because reds it's so easy to deal with the text box and then every other star it's kind of weird having the text box there before you start the movement. But it worked out for Billy.
I
He's
think both
now
these
in the
runners
lead.
started in the volcano.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a really close race, and I love it.
Billy is in the lead now, but they were not the whole time. So, and they have the slower PB. So depending on how clean Anorak's movement is later, see some more lead changes. Look out, Sushi! Almost got him. The shark was right there.
You know, if I haven't gone grey by the time this tournament ends, I'll be shocked.
I'm already halfway there, so it wouldn't be a stretch. See front sub?
No, these are going to be rear subs.
I'm kidding.
Come on, LaProxy, come on.
I'm just hopeful. So we got the nice claw grip lag reduction coming out from Billy. Very nice. So Anorak also doing the lag reduction, but they did it a little bit late, so they ate a bunch of lag there near the loading zone on the transition.
Oh yeah, they filled up. Oh, and falling off the sub as well. You hate to see it.
That side flip angle just a little bit too wide left. Okay, clean Manta. So Manta, I personally find Manta easy. However,
Same.
if you miss like the first two and then the last ring doesn't cooperate with you, it's like one of the most punishing stars in the game because of how horrible. Oh, so I think maybe the Manta went well. We'll see after this ad break.
Joe, I can tell you that the Manta, in fact, did go well. Do not worry, chat. The Manta did go well. Left ETD on a 30-17. And there you go.
Beautiful.
Both runners in the most hottest of seas we all know.
This is very close. They're on the same level, the same floor. Oh!
Nope, taking that elevator back down.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten the coin yet. I didn't notice he accidentally took the elevator.
Oh, taking a burn, taking a second burn.
2 burns, yeah, but there's coins there. You know,
Oh yeah,
safe.
that's fine. It's the best place to take a burn.
Yeah. Getting bullied a little bit. A lot of Monka-S situations on our screens right now. Oh. Almost just left the red. Doing some
16-star
16-star movement, yeah. But they remembered. Good. I have seen runners, get confused mid-run and just like fall back on habits and miss some reds.
Yes,
or start doing reds in 16, so
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
I'm
been
glad
my
to see
biggest
it didn't have it.
concern. I normally start doing reds in 16 star because
Yeah.
I started on 70, so I learned 70 movement first.
Yeah, I think we saw something from Druz like that. He was doing a lot of 120 star things in 70. We could just chalk it up to, you know, habit.
The rest of the entire Bowser fight is all that separates these two runners, as they will both be going into Wet Dry World very shortly. And again, conventional routing here, Wet Dry World 39. I would like to let you guys know though, BillyLJ did get a gold. They did gold their DTD split.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see any mistakes there, so very nice. That's a nice confidence booster. A lot of people don't like the Manta Star and things like that in DDD, and I understand because I personally think it's horrible to practice swimming stars. I don't like it at all. It's very boring for me, so I will say that my swimming stars are weak compared to just, you know, on foot.
Yeah. I do have something funny to share with everyone.
Let's hear it.
So there is someone who is in the chat, who is also part of the CCG chat as well, who has, in Anorak, said, let me quickly go over to Billy's chat for a second. Then you open up Billy's chat. This person then says, hey, I have a kind request for you. Can you please mess up? Thanks and goodbye. And then goes back to Anorak's chat, just saying, all right, back from Billy's chat.
So we have a spy, we have a saboteur in the racers chats. You hate to see it.
Yep. Just there's not much we can really talk about during the chat warfare. Mr. What about the rope? Yes. Guys, remember 2,500 channel points and you can curse the run.
How many channel points do you have left? I've seen you do that at least like 6 times.
I have done it a total of 10 times in the last 24 hours. And I still have enough points to keep going.
I'd be broke if I did it 10 times right now, so I will not.
I think it's 10 times. 26. Wait, so I've spent 25,000 points. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, one redeem for both runners. Clearly, there's 2 runs on the screen. This is 1 stream.
So if you curse both runners, they're both going to mess up, and it's just going to be a longer race. More content.
Yeah. I kicked up a stink because someone put in a bless the run redemption.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, why are we blessing the run and not cursing? All right, guys. All right, guys. Oh, look. Hey, look. Avric's on. Look, there's that person. There's the person that was telling people to telling Billy to mess up.
Oh, calling him out. Yeah. I think the cheaper price of Bless the Run. Oh, okay, we got a ground pound. Will they get the jump off before they get a
yeah, they'll get the jump off.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I have seen people mistime the jump, but you can spam it, I guess. Oh. This is getting spicy. Very close race.
It is a really close race. It's very very little between these 2 runners here. And they've both had a relatively clean wet dry world as well.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Anorak
you guys can
gained a
all
little bit of
bless.
time.
You guys can all bless the run now, and you'll be out of channel points whilst I still have some. Apart from maybe Seren. Oh, triple jump up there. That's an interesting one.
Very nice. Yeah, it's not too hard. You could even do the side flip and strain a little bit to the right and then do the triple jump. It's very fast.
We're seeing nice beginner strats for secrets in THI from Billy. Not connecting there.
Going for the pro route from Anorak. Ooh.
That's
They even doing the Mario Cam lag reduction. I find that camera annoying. I don't like it.
Now this race could not be closer. I mean, it could be a little bit closer, but it couldn't be closer. Oh, I thought Anorak was about to get a warp.
Same. He did the fast get up, which, as we all know, causes a warp. But he was slightly too far left. That warp's actually like bigger than it seems, so that was very close. Yeah, this race. Oh, and we got a stars spawning at the same time with the mountain cliff, saving a lot of time versus running around the whole section. So, wow, this is very close. So that's just like a little bit more refined movement from Anorak with the pro secrets and then the mountain clip like that. So very nice.
It's interesting to see the way people, how people differentiate their setups for the Piranha Star as well. Like, some people will choose to loop around to spawn the first one. Some will just jump kick to the left.
Yeah.
Some will just
it's all
do a
just
different
personal
cycle.
preference. Yeah, you just have to waste some time. So whatever there's like a few things, or I guess there's a huge number of things you can do to just waste the right amount of time. I do, right when I land, I just do 3 buffered kicks, and then I go. And then, yeah, a lot of people take a lap.
And we're now going into the 3rd easiest stage of the game.
That is what they say in 120. But I think in 70, probably the 3rd hardest. What do you think about that?
I would say, do you know what? I'll be honest. TTM is a mid-tier stage as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing great about it. There's nothing bad about it. There's beginner strats, there's intermediate strats, and there's pro strats.
As
That's
with
it.
most things, I mean, I just think that the
a
mountain clip and the if you do log kick and reds is one of the harder stars in the game to do fast.
See,
so I think that
I disagree with that. I think TTM Reds is probably one of the easiest stars in the 70 star.
To do fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't agree with that. I can't not agree with that. Especially with the lag on console.
Okay, if you're on console, I could understand that. But if you're an emulator runner, I don't see any reason why you're not doing red coins fast.
It's hard. That's why.
Comms fight.
Yeah, our definition of fast may be different. If you think that it's easy.
I mean, to be fair, I'm a terrible Mario speedrunner, so everything I say should be taken with a pinch of salt. Remember, guys, I didn't make it through round 1, so I clearly can't do anything fast enough.
And then Billy staying in C down, just eating lag on reds here.
Oh, taking them all. But yeah, no, the whole reason I was saying about it being like a mid-tier stage is because, you know, if you do not, as long as you know how to do like the box, as long as you know how to do the box jump, you know, you could not do log kick, you could just take the breeze up there instead of the mountain clip, and again, you could still sub hour with that time. Like,
Definitely.
if you want, if you're pushing for like your sub 55s, that's when you need to start doing those tricks. That's why I say TTM is a mid-tier stage. As long as you know the box jump, you're losing about 27 seconds, I think it was. Oh, Anorak!
Not holding back. I personally really like the box star. It feels cool. I like to do it. Might be a rare take.
I think it's a great fun start. And obviously, depending on what setup you go, whether you go off of the wall or whether you do it like a second failed attempt.
We've seen this before.
We have.
When another runner in this very tournament missed the box star like 4 or 5 times, but they had a bad camera setup, but Anorak's camera looks good. Okay, they got it.
Yeah, I know there's some people that do like an extra mounting clip and long jump from the log. Like, that's how I used to first do that style. But once you know you can do the box, if you can spend just 10 minutes getting used to the angle that you need to be for it, and consistency just comes with that.
Yeah, and with the right camera setup, especially if you're on console, which I think both of these runners are, and you have notches, then it's the left notch, and then switch to right notch at the right time, and it's very consistent.
Yeah, and especially with using the wall instead of just setting up straight and just going straight and using the wall to bounce off of. Yeah, it's exactly.
Box jump is
easy.
yeah.
But you need to spend that time making sure you know what your setup is. I think of box jump just in a more advanced cannonless.
Advanced cannonless.
Yeah, once you know your setup, there you go. You know you can do it. Or I put it on par with cannonless. Not more advanced. And yeah, I will agree. There are easier time saves you can find in a run. But this
I don't even know about that.
This is probably the one that has the smallest setup.
Yeah. You could learn how to do it and be very consistent with it in a few minutes. And it's a pretty good time save if you're doing another mountain clip and long jumping.
Okay, this has gotten a lot more close.
Yeah.
50 stars to 51 stars.
Now, they're about to do the same star here, which is not particularly long.
No, well, none of the stars.
No.
Long.
Well, they're going for reds, which is did Billy already do reds?
Yep, done
so,
red
right?
and Snowman's head. I believe all they've got left now is the bully.
So yeah, that's the longest star. Round you could get down to like the 33 seconds or so, but this is probably a little bit longer, probably like 36 or so. But pretty clean.
Now, yeah, Billy has now done a star just as easy as the box jump in TTM.
I'd maybe even say easier.
I agree. I'd say the box jump is easier than the chill bully. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying this just to get a reaction. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Because I think the bully star is like the easiest star in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, what? Not easier than shooting to the wild blue?
Yeah. Wild blue is
wild blue.
To be
there's no
fast.
risk of you dying. The one thing you die on is if you fall over. Like, if you completely jump off of the edge. This one, you could not make... See? Damage! Damage from Anorak.
Look, you just go right into the star from it. Easy. They lost maybe, like, 0.4 or something. Because Wild Blue is one of my favorite stars to warm up because it actually, to do very fast, it requires very clean movement. So I definitely think that it's a more technical star by like a huge margin versus the Chili Bully. Chill with the Bully.
I believe Chill with the Bully is the the most contested single star speedrun. Like,
Not sure if that's true.
no,
I thought
contested
it
or
was the Deep
optimized,
Freeze.
most optimized. Oh, it might be Deep Freeze actually, yeah. Yeah, no, I am right. I am right. Okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah, that it's tied with TAS. Is that what you're saying?
I just know
Or-
that it was one of the ones where it had been optimized so much that everyone was getting the same time. Like there was no, it could not be optimized anymore. You're making me question myself now. The bunny got stuck. That was weird. The bunny does get stuck. That's Japanese games for you. That's Japanese.
I thought that there was a freeze, but it's just the stream. We've seen 2 stuck bunnies now, huh? Feels like maybe we have some codes loaded.
Yeah, they actually. These guys are actually playing on the Game Boy Advance, and they've got the Game Sharks inserted.
Nice. This game came out on Game Boy Advance and looks like this.
It was ported,
impressive.
so.
That's
You know,
really advanced Game Boy.
I mean, let's face it. It probably could port really well, considering the Switch one didn't.
I mean, yeah, we're not even going to talk about the DS.
You know, my partner is trying to offer a price for me to stream the DS Mario 64 game. I haven't given
They
them a
are
price yet.
on the emulator. They have added like analog support. You can get analog DS version.
Oh no,
which-
she's talking about getting the whole software to plug your PC into a DS. Like
Oh, like you play like on the DS on
yeah, and she wants me to do it on
original
the
hardware.
DS. Yeah.
You have fun. It is designed around the D-pad because I've heard that it's not as good as you would expect on an analog stick because like the turning's not as tight as N64, Mario 64. So like it feels weird. It's not as responsive. But
Christmas confirmed.
yeah. Merry Christmas. As Lunar Jump says.
Wow, that was just a backwards BLJ. That was amazing.
Yeah. Some would call it a long jump. A series of long jumps.
I don't know who'd call it that. That's such a silly name.
Yeah. We love double negatives.
Yeah. Right, tippy time for both runners. Now, anyway.
59 to 59. So. Okay, we're just going straight for cruiser.
Yeah,
As
going
everybody
cruiser
may
first.
know, I hate this strat. This beginner or intermediate or whatever you call it, cruiser strat, I think it's horrible.
Why is that?
It's just it feels so slow, and I just hate this long jump coming up here. Sometimes it feels like it just misses for no reason, and then
See, I never learnt this long jump as my beginner. I actually
Yeah,
still
see?
managed to
Just
go
missed.
down to the
Whoopsie.
carpet there. I just go straight to the carpet.
yeah. I've heard people call the long jump. Ooh,
No, BillyLJ, what are you doing?
it
Anorak's
looked
now
like he was
taking
going
the
for the wall
lead.
kicks. For some reason, going for the really fast strat.
I'm also to let you guys know, Anorak has also had a couple of golds. I believe THI and Snowman's Land.
The way to go is just doing like 2 bounce, honestly. Pretty clean triangles. They weren't too tricky. Okay, bonk there. I was gonna say, if you don't get the ledge grab there, the timing becomes a lot tighter to get to do that long jump and not bonk. Like, you have so much speed, it's very easy to have too much and just smack your face into the wall, which is exactly what happened, unfortunately. Just do carpetless, yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying that's what I did. I hated the strat, so I just did like 2 bounce. I did like 2 bounce since I had like a 103 or something. Like, not a good time.
Is so as a question, I saw Saren say Toxic Maze is probably the way to go. Is Toxic Maze quicker than Cruiser?
No, it's not quicker than Cruiser, but it's easier.
What's the time difference between the 2 styles?
I mean, I think you can get like 25 or so Cruiser time with like the quote-unquote beginner strat, 25 or like 26 or something, and then 33 to like 35 or something with a clean Toxic Maze.
See, that's interesting.
Without the BillyLJ. Without the BillyLJ.
I can never do Cruiser first time round. Maybe quick.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, if you're not getting it the first time around, it's slower than pretty much everything else in the game. Yeah, isn't it? Can't you get like a 26 or something?
Well, if you're doing noob cruiser, you're not doing that triple jump. You're going for the pole and climbing up. You're doing true noob cruiser.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like just going and then doing the ledge grab and running and doing the long jump and ledge grab, you know.
Oh, Anorak taking a death.
So it's not noob cruiser. Because, yeah, I think it's easier to take the carpet and then climb all the way up the pole so that you get the easy ledge grab at the top. Oh, no.
In the time that we have spoken, the lead has swapped between the 2 runners at least 4 times. Oh, Anorak taking a death, giving BillyLJ the lead.
And then it happens again, yeah. There's another time. Oh, both falling. Okay. Alright, we're just going to take the casual strat on the swing here. He's done goofing around. Maybe.
Yeah, they're done goofing, I think.
Did I speak too soon? Alright, and we're out of here.
Come on, Anorak, you can do it. Yo, Billy is a TTC 7 tier and absolutely destroying Toad.
Yes. Both eyes and the mouth. 1 punch for each of those. Jeez, that was a lot of damage. Alright, so we got a 69er and a 70er.
Yeah, now I kind of really want Anorak to win. Just saying.
Oh, because, well, I mean, you always did. But are you saying you're a 69er?
It's, well, 69er, and I haven't seen Anorak abuse Toad.
Well, okay, for the Toad abuse. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, that is.
And if you guys want to help raise support for the Toads, a small $5 donation to the 70-star league can go a long way to support those Toads suffering abuse in Mario speedruns.
True. I think we see it in almost every single speedrun, so raising awareness and money for a good cause.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm sorry, I just get emotional when I think of all that Toad abuse.
You're at it, you could also follow the runners.
Oh, Billy's got him moving.
Moving is not that bad. You just have to have some confidence. Okay, he doesn't have the confidence. but playing it safe, but just smart in a race setting.
Yeah, at this point, okay.
I am
would have
clenching. I am clenched.
I would have gone for the get a hand star personally. But again, Billy is still in the lead by a whole star. Admittedly,
Yeah.
that's the Toad star, but
Yeah, it's very close.
Anorak going in, moving.
Yeah. Both runners having a time, I'll say.
Hey, that's a good one. I see what you did there.
So Anorak doing exactly what you're saying, going for the get a hand as the backup there with the moving.
Exactly.
Just getting it over with.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, why would you want to climb higher up of the clock than you need to when you've gone moving? I mean, if you go in moving once, you'd start at the bottom and work your way up, and every time you go stop, you'd start at the top and work your way down.
Well, I wouldn't go for get a hand personally because I like to leave that until after I do roll into the cage, because sometimes you fall and then it's just the quickest backup because you fall right into the get a hand star.
BillyLJ
So I always do that one after.
BillyLJ taking a death. Anorak has not got the Toad Star yet.
Yeah. So this is another lead change, I would say.
Yes.
It's greater than the Toad Star time that he just lost versus Anorak. He does that intentional little double jump. That's cute. Okay, I was gonna say that looked like a weird angle. He was too far left. And yeah, that was ouchies.
Anorak taking a death in TTC as well.
So yep, lead change again. Oh, he's going for the
Safe strat.
super safe strat.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want Invisible twice. So Tippy has been wild. Yeah, that's like the 7th lead change.
That is indeed. And now Anorak needs one more star in Tippy.
And Anorak did not get towed, yeah, so... So it's closer than it looks.
Yeah, I believe that Billy will get this one and both will be doing red coins. And I think actually with the time difference, I wouldn't even say... I can't say who's in the lead, actually.
I think Anorak is probably in the lead by a little bit.
No.
Okay, maybe not anymore.
Even as you were saying that, we've got to remember it's still the text box with Toad and the star spawn. And both players
but that's
still
not
have reds.
That's like what, 10 seconds? But now that is enough to be the difference. Maybe if Billy does this clean. Anorak did not do it clean, so we could it's not a given.
Billy just
This is gonna be close. Just like we always say, it's gonna come down to bits.
Oh my goodness.
We're basically synced up. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Oh man, I love that. Well, you popcorn emo. Billy is only just in the lead. Oh, Anorak having a bit of a rough start there. Rough sky start. Gets a cleaner setup.
Getting the stairs.
Yeah, that's going to cost some time here. And
Okay,
we're not
taking the pole.
Yep, we're taking the pole. Nothing fancy.
Oh.
Gonna back it up. That's fine. That's just a... There we go. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay. This is the right choice here. This is definitely the right choice.
So Anorak taking a big lead there.
Yeah, because Anorak Yeah. Oh. It's coming down to throws, chat.
Bullied by the Goomba.
Anorak getting one throw. Anorak missing the second.
Missing.
Yeah, now this
Narrowly
gives...
missing.
Again, if Billy has clean throws, there's a chance. Minimal chance.
There's a chance. There is a chance. They both have the Bowser in the hands right now. So with clean regrab, you can see. Oh, but Billy regrabbing.
And oh my goodness!
He took it.
Oh my goodness!
Is this gonna be a retime? What?
He
did slow text box. He did slow text boxes. Whoa!
They're in sync!
Billy.
They're in absolute sync! Oh my goodness!
Billy. It looks like his video.
His video's
So it looked like he.
sync.
It's a little bit behind. It looked like he grabbed the star sooner, but he popped up higher than Anorak. So Anorak's animation is ahead, but I think that he touched the star last. He just touched the ground sooner.
I
But
can go a little bit further than that, actually.
But
if we look at their race time, their live split, that will give us the answer.
yeah, but it. I mean,
Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna need confirmation here, just because I'm looking at three different things at the moment. So we're gonna need
this is
confirmation
unprecedented.
from production.
Hello?
Wow.
What
Hello.
just happened?
We don't know quite yet. We'll let you know in a moment.
Okay.
It was the closest race I think in the tournament so far. I think we can safely say.
Did you both? Did you both start your splits and split on the same time?
I mean, because I joined through live split, the timer started automatically, and I stopped the timer when I touched the star myself, like manually.
Okay. Okay, so that is what I thought that would be the case then. So, let me. And Anorak, same with you. You stopped the split as soon as you grabbed the star.
Probably like a second after.
A second
like half
after.
a second to a second.
Okay, that makes this a bit easier then. With the knowledge that I now have, congratulations to Anorak. Now, we will do a retime anyway, but just as it looks at the moment, Anorak did finish 5 seconds ahead. What you've got to realise, guys, is that we are taking it off of these guys' streams, so there is a bit of video delay. Yeah, so that looks like a case of Anorak. We'll get a retime for confirmation, but as far as it stands, Anorak, it looks like you've won the race.
Oh, GG.
Yeah, GG.
It's the internet issues. The video feeds got out of sync. So Anorak, you finished with a 103.11. BillyLJ a 103.16.
Cool.
On our screen, you touched the star at pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished and looked
incredible.
over, and I saw the star animation happening almost like frame to the frame.
Oh,
It was-
insane.
It looked really, really close.
I cannot wait to watch this back.
Yeah. Yeah, the throws, one missed throw from Anorak, and then you had really nice throws. It's just, you had a little bit slow text boxes versus Anorak, and then so you were ahead, and then it like synced up because of the text boxes. It was pretty,
No way.
it was suspenseful, I'll say.
Just make sure my heart's still pumping. Yep, still going. Okay. How do
Yeah,
you
I don't
both
even know
feel?
what to say.
Oh, well, I know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Anorak, what happened? There was a bit of a meltdown earlier on. You pulled it back at the end, but
I think there was a few meltdowns, honestly.
there was.
Yeah.
There was. Mips for starters.
Mips twice, yeah.
Mips twice, yeah. As a
That's,
question, why didn't you just go into SSL and grab Mips on the way out?
Because honestly, I don't know how to grab Mips after that. I think he just, I don't know where he starts
Oh,
after SSL.
He starts at the same place. He goes back to the same place it was. So if you've ever done 16 star, you just do Mips as though it was 16 star.
Okay.
And you do that after
makes
Lethal
sense.
Lava Land. So you do
I have
SSL,
another
Lethal
question.
Lava Land, and then you do Mips.
So, both times you manipulated Mips to do some crazy like stand in place movement. Is that intentional?
No, I don't think he did. He do it the second time? I thought he did it the first time.
He
Oh,
did it
I didn't-
once
It was
for
one of
each
the times,
you.
but I don't know. That was I've
Oh, okay,
seen
it
that
was
before,
BillyLJ
but
that
I've
did
never
it.
seen it in one of my runs.
I see it a lot. I assumed it's just because you miss and bonk and it does it like there's no manipulation. I didn't do that intentionally, but I have seen it happen a lot. Like I did assume he would stand in place when I missed him.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Are you both happy with your runs either way?
Really, no.
Fairly. I mean, I had the CCM meltdown and the Rainbow Ride meltdown.
Yeah.
Couple of little mistakes here and there. I mean, I could have done better, but yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much to both of you. Obviously, keep an ear out in case anything changes.
Yeah.
Just because, again, we haven't had a race this close in a very long time. So we just want to make sure we're 100% certain before anything is confirmed. But there will be confirmation coming your way shortly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much,
Once
you
again,
guys.
follow the runners.
Yep, follow the runners. Follow the comms. I hear
Yeah,
Leproxy
follow the comms.
is apparently one of the hotter voices, according to members in the chat. So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I don't know why they were
Appreciate that.
saying it, but apparently they were. And also, as well, make sure you're following
Yeah.
CCG if you're not.
I wasn't
already.
on the script.
Yeah, it wasn't in the script. There, see, there it is. There it is, right there. One of the hottest voices. Oh, okay. 103.13.46 versus 103.15 according to Matson. Yeah.
Seconds.
No way.
Wow.
Wow.
That is crazy. But yeah, we'll get going.
And,
Make sure you donate to the 70 League, which is for the people in the S tier has a chance to get some prize money in the Pro League that will be coming up after the Open's done. Announcements of that will be done sooner rather than later. I've been the Mr. War. It's been very nice to have you here, and I'll leave you with final words with Leproxy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks for having me on. Congratulations, Anorak. And great job, Billy. And thanks for having me on.
Thanks, guys. GG.
Yep, thanks. Good game.